Peace be upon you all.
We are excited to welcome you all to another special episode of Successful Ever After.
I'm Haya.
And I'm Tuba. We are back again with another informative video to share the message of peace.
We are all born to this life. We all have been here for a while, and at some point, our life would come to an end.
Is that all? Have you ever wondered about the possibility of being created? If yes, who is the creator? What is the evidence for the existence of the creator?
Let us tell you that the order in our universe indicates the intelligence of the Creator.
When we observe the planets, the solar system, the galaxies, the stars, and everything else in the universe, this indicates that the Creator must have an amazing amount of power and ability to be able to put the universe into existence.
For example, if you were walking on the beach and saw the word love written on the sand, you would conclude that there must be someone that wrote this because the letters are ordered. You would never assume it happened by chance. Or if you woke up in a chocolate factory and saw all the systems and machines manufacturing chocolate, you would naturally conclude that there is an intelligence that manages this factory because it has order.
Our solar system is much more highly ordered with intricate systems, laws, and patterns, which indicate that there is an intelligent designer behind it.
Let's look at some examples of perfectly balanced solar system.
One of the examples to ponder is if there was even a little alteration in the axis of the Earth, it would create chaos and our Earth would become uninhabitable.
Another example is the perfect distance of the sun from the earth. If the sun was slightly further away, we would freeze, and if it was any closer, we would burn. If the moon was a different size or did not exist, or if the gravitational force was altered, this would have a massive effect on our existence.
If we did not have an ozone layer protecting us, we would be dramatically affected by the sun's harmful rays.
When contemplating all these facts and when we see things working according to laws, patterns, or systems, our common sense and human experience tells us that it must be something that designed and organized it.
We can conclude that the best explanation of our existence is that there is a creator of the universe who has an amazing amount of power and intelligence.
Let's look at it further with some examples. You are walking alone in the desert and you find a mobile phone. In the desert, there are many of the components that may be used to make a mobile phone sand, minerals, and others. But to say that the mobile phone was found by chance is just ridiculous. There has to be a designer. We know the difference between something random and something purposely designed. We can recognize the component of design in it. The point here is to show that we have really good rational reason to believe that the universe has a creator because the design in the universe is a pattern everywhere. We look at the alteration in the night and the day. We look at the different composition of gases, water, planet, atmospheres, etc. So, the more you look at the amazing precision that exists in the universe, the more we tend to understand and the more reasonable it becomes to believe in the existence of God.
If we were to consider another example of a bottle of water, it has been designed with certain features, such as a lid, transparent plastic, and a label. Each of these elements have a purpose. For instance, the transparent plastic allows you to see how much water the bottle has in it. Design features indicate a designer. So if something as simple as a water bottle has a designer, then what about something as complex, powerful, and beautiful as the universe or even ourselves?
It seems safe to conclude that there has to be a designer or a creator to this beautifully designed universe. Hence, Muslims believe in the existence of the creator.
With this conclusion, another question arises: how many creators exist?
To understand the answer to this question, how about we consider an analogy of God A and God B? Let's say that God A wants to make a room with red painted walls and God B wants to make a room with a blue painted walls. What would be the result? Would it be red or blue?
Well, if we follow this analogy, a paradox would result, which would be a conflict of wills. God A would be fighting God B's will and vice versa. The result would be chaos and meltdown.
The order in the creation is the evidence of God's oneness. This is because more than one creator would cause chaos within the creation.
For example, if there are two CEOs of a company, they will both disagree on decisions, which will bring the company into chaos. When we look at the stories of the ancient Greek gods, they would often go into war with each other.
If there were more than one God, we would have seen disorder and chaos within the universe. However, as we have order within the universe, the Creator must be one.
This is similar to what is mentioned in the Quran, where Allah says, "Had there been within the heavens and the earth gods besides Allah, they both would have been ruined. So exalted is Allah, Lord of the throne, above what they describe," in chapter 21, verse 22.
Now that we have understood that there is one Creator, we may wonder, is the Creator created?
Let us understand it with a simple example. If a man knocked on your door and said that his car has been broken down and he needs you to help push the car to restart it, and you say that you will only help if your neighbor helps because the car is heavy, but your neighbor says they will only help if their neighbor helps, and your neighbor's neighbor's neighbor says they will only help if their neighbor helps. If this process of neighbors asking neighbors went on forever, would you ever help the man to move his car?
No, you wouldn't. Now let's apply this principle to our scenario of creators creating creators, going on forever. In the same way that the man's car would not restart or move, similarly, the universe would not have been created.
So, for the universe to be in existence, we could not have an infinite amount of creators and instead would need a creator who is eternal. This answers the most common question of who created God.
The Creator has given a brief introduction and explanation to understand the definition of God in one of the chapters of the Quran. Say, He is Allah, who is one, Allah, the eternal refuge. He neither begets nor is born, nor is there to Him any equivalent.
With this, we have reached the logical answer to understand our questions about the creator of the universe. We hope that this video was beneficial to understand the most common and innate questions of our life.
Subscribe and follow Successful Ever After to get more of your questions answered.
See you soon!